Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Dawn of War 2 replay. So on the south side as the Apothecary, we have NeutraL with a capital L. So on the north side as the Brother Captain, we have Flying Stone. So looks like we got a Tactical Marine Squad versus Strike Squad. Pretty similar openers for both sides. We do got, of course, the Stormtroopers capture up these points. And Strike Squad's now deployed on the field, so is the Tactical Marine Squad. Strike Squad will be captured at this point here. Isn't this like a 2v2 map? Modified for 1v1? I don't know why, it just seems like one of the 2v2 maps. I think in 2v2 maps, like the left, like these sides, these flanks engaging rather than... Like I think they rotate the map like that, like 90 degrees. I may be mistaken about that, but either way, we do have the Stormtroopers. Second squad of Stormtroopers head to deploy on the field. Second squad of Scouts head to deploy on the field, so pretty standard from both sides. Does stop the capture there, the fuel of the energy point, power point. I don't know why I was going to say fuel. We got both Inquisitor Stormtroopers here, as well as the Strike Squad. These Tactical Marine Squads are making soft retreat away, and we got the Brother Captain now advancing. Looks like they didn't use ability recently. Not sure what it was. Apothecary is starting to advance this now. Will need to heal himself relatively soon because he's taking quite a bit of damage. It does heal himself. Because he did not heal himself soon enough, he couldn't stick around for another heal. Tactical Marine Squad is falling back. And we do have a technology research or upgrade research of the Tome of Titans, increasing health and melee damage by 10%. And multiple psychic abilities.
Victory point secured.
Victory point is secure. We do got the Brother Captain now coming to respawn, and the Strike Squad to capture the requisition point.
The enemy is capturing one of our strategic points. Target acknowledged.
And now we've got the Scout Squads advancing. The power generator here is receiving a bit of fire. And now we've got the Scout Squad and Tactical Marine Squads here. Getting some good damage on the Strike Squad. Able to engage this stuff one at a time without being overwhelmed by the entire enemy force. Brother Captain's currently capturing the right BP as these Inquisitor Stormtroopers are getting some good damage there onto the Tactical Marines. Apothecary has fallen back. None of the Strike Squad models have gone down, but they're receiving continuous fire there from the Tactical Marines. Does activate the ability there. Both these squads do fall back with very little health remaining, but all models still alive. And this Scout Squad gets some good damage there onto the Inquisitor Stormtrooper. Both Inquisitor Stormtroopers are a bit wounded, being upgraded with the Sergeant now. And power generator being deployed out over here. So got one power generator versus these two.
One of our initiates has fallen.
Over here, Inquisitor Stormtroopers are engaging these Scouts. Does throw a frag grenade there and knocks him back one of his models right there. Brother Captain makes his advance. Looks like the Brother Captain has been upgraded with the Nemesis Force Sword. Increases the effectiveness of light and infantry. Improves the We Are the Hammer ability. I'm not sure what that does. Apothecary will need to fall back, sustain quite a bit of fire there. Does get one more charge there, but does not swing another strike there. Could have got the kill there. It is 40 power melee DPS, not necessarily damage per hit. And retreating squads do receive extra damage there per melee hit. Strike Squad or Assault Squad will need to fall back relatively shortly. And Tactical Marine Squad does fall back as well. Mastery here. He's going to need to spend a bit of time back at home, get healing, because all of his forces just needs a lot of healing. Yeah, these guys are just severely wounded. Scout Squads do throw a grenade there, completely whiffs. And the Scout Squad does fall back. This one does have the Sergeant upgrade. Doesn't look like shotguns, however. Brother Captain has received quite a bit of fire there. Does decapture the point there. The Assault Marines could potentially jump forward for a wipe if they get a couple more melee hits in. And jumps on top of the Strike Squad, trying to does force them to retreat back. So it doesn't go for the wipe. Does get the Requisition point maintains security as this point is being captured up by the Scout Squad. All 3 generators have been deployed out here, so has here. Now there's 4 Tarantula sentry guns. So this base location has 4 turrets. Tyranids should have a lot of defensive firepower if they ever get swarmed in at their base.
Support structure complete.
Strike squad making its advance. This assault squad does decapture the requisition point there. Doesn't stick around to fully capture it. It does use a snare ability there on top of the Apothecary, which may drain some energy as well. I really don't know these abilities all too well. Grey Knights get a lot of abilities. Let's jump on forward. Get a nice knockback there on the Quasora Stormtroopers, but the Brother Captain cannot be knocked back by that. Frag Grenade does connect, knocking back those Tactical Marines, which are continually fighting against the Strike Squad. Apothecary gets forced back, staying too much fire there, and got a psionic ability being utilized there. Assault Marines do fall back. They haven't dropped any models just yet. Being a bit defensive, hasn't really bled much with red points. Both sides haven't bled a whole lot.
To the enemy.
Scout Squad is engaged in the Brother Captain. And we got the Sequential Stormtroopers capturing the VP as well as this requisition point. This health regen aura is very important for these forces, trying to top them off without losing much downtime. Inquisitorial Stormtroopers won't be able to stay around this region for very long with that massive force there. Right now, the Apothecary player is ahead in tickets by decent margins, 100 so far, but it's counting down a little bit. Got the victory point being decaptured now. Scout Squad does spot the Quasora Stormtroopers. They're going forward for a grenade. They does dodge in time. There's no fuse on that grenade. It's a pretty quick cast as well. Quasora Stormtroopers, however, getting overwhelmed from multiple angles. Now we've got a Rhino deployed on the field, being upgraded to heavy bolt turret as well. Apothecary does fall back. So at full energy, so hasn't been able to use his healing ability at all. Tactical Marine Squad is also falling back. Doesn't have any really counters to the Rhino. He's getting out Devastator Marine Squad, likely for our last cannon. We also upgrade the Assault Marines. They do have the Melta Bomb. Also has blind grenades? Huh. That's actually a weapon you never see. The ability you never see on Assault Marines. They actually have a blind grenade ability. Never knew that. Another power drainer does go down there. And this third one would like to get bashed. There's also a handful of plasma guns in this region. Strike Squad does, of course, have the Sergeant upgrade. These forces start making advance, including the Assault Marines. Trying to run forward with a Melta Bomb. They need to teleport, jump forward now. It does get the snare from the las cannon. Still no jump forward for the Melta Bomb. And the Brother Captain start making its advance. Still just upgraded the Nemesis Force Sword. Apothecary has been upgraded the Anointed Power Axe, which is a energy siphoner, and the Purification Ice gets knockback heals. Vindicator Assassin has been deployed now. And a good hit there with that ability. As you get a heal off right there. The last cannon firing away, but it's not going to do much in that engagement. Assault Marines have received a bit of a beating there. They're down. They drop a model there, but not started. 2 models do go down. Apothecary's not in the region for healing. Oh no, it is. So didn't get off any heals on the assault marines. This cannon does get some hits there, but gets tied up in melee by the brother captain. Scout squad does throw a grenade there. Overcharged plasma gun was fired off as well. And his forces do all fall back. We're probably raise it back now. And the brother captain has a massive resource flow, while his opponent doesn't have a whole lot. Thought about going for tier 3, but decides to get out a dreadnought. I heard grenade, but it looks like he does get a hit there onto the scout squad. And does get a melted bomb off on the Mortimer, not onto the Rhino. Does get slowed down there. No last can Devastator in this region. He's way down south, out of position. Sounds like we're gonna get the race of the Rhino in this engagement. He can easily run away. There's not a lot enough anti-vehicle weapons in this region. Sure, he can do some damage with all those weapons, but not a whole lot. Scout squad does get forced back, and now we do have a Grey Knight Dreadnought with its heavy flamer and shiv. Does get a heal ability off there, but does get forced back. Assault Marines do have enough for a melted bomb. They just need to get a bit closer. Plasma gun does suppress the Assault Marines right there. He's trying to slow down the melted bomb. Melted bomb does connect. And now we've got the Grey Knight Dreadnought in the region. Last cannon downstairs sitting on up. He may want to throw a shot or two into the Rhino, taking it out. Does get one shot off there, down to 29 health, which even be vulnerable to... Oh no, he's splitting his fire, hitting the wrong targets, and falls back. Does knock the kill down the Razorback, or Rhino. Trying going forward, he may get the wipe down the Assault Marines. Assault Marines need to get reinforcements. Does get reinforcements model there, but the other ones are severely wounded. Does get healed off there with the Apothecary. Inquisitor stormtroopers do gets wiped out by the melee units, which is important. That is a lot of captain pressure now removed. We do have tier 3 being researched by the Grey Knights, which he can also have one squad remaining for repairs as well. Got to keep the squad alive for the repairs on his vehicles. As such, did that Vindicare Assassin fire shot from behind? It has a setup time. Am I going crazy? I know I didn't get much sleep last night, but I think I'm going crazy. Assault Marines who jump on top of the Vindicare Assassin, forcing him back. He does not. He does actually have enough energy there for a melted bomb. He just used it. It does get the snare there. The Assault Marines will need to fall back relatively soon. They're down to 2 models there, 1 model remaining, and lost the Sergeant. Assault Marines are now falling back. Razorback skirting around the flanks. The last cannon is getting some good hits there onto the Grey Knight Dreadnought, but it does fall back, unable to secure any sort of kill. Now we've got the Tactical Marines falling back as well. Full retreat coming out by the Apothecary. Apothecary has been upgraded. The armor purity reduces the cooldown of heals, increases the health and health regen of the Apothecary himself. Scout squad backing away from the Flamer and the Brother Captain. Brother Captain still has no additional upgrades. Deploying war gear. Looks like the Tactical Marines being upgraded with a missile launcher to replace their plasma guns. Really having trouble with all the vehicles, so he's going pretty heavy in the anti-vehicle department. Stormguard veterans may be a better option. because it also acts as armor-piercing rounds and still be able more effective versus all other targets. They're a very adaptable squad. Scouts captured the requisition point as the rhino's skirting around. The scout is severely wounded, does fall back in time. Sniper may get shot off on a retreat path. And Assault Marines get a great knockback there. Missile launcher does connect, so does the Melta Bomb. Strike Squad trying to tie up some of these forces in melee, but looks like the Missile Launcher Squad fires and rolls a round into the Strike Squad. Missile Launcher Squad does receive a heal there from the Apothecary and gets a knockback heal. As Cam not set up a good angle, he still needs to engage that Rhino with his forces. But he of course does lose vision of this region. Oh, two of them being called in, one from each player, I believe. And here comes a Paladin's one, as well as a reinforcement drop pod. Paladin's, of course, the Terminator Unit 4, the Brother Captain, armed with some war hammers. They do teleport or jump away. The Brother Captain has gone down in the mix of all that, and looks like the Sergeant may have went down in that mix. Nope, is getting reinforced. Apothecary does go down as well. The Paladins do teleport forward, trying to engage the last cannon. Gets good hits there. Knights, Grey Knight's Dreadnought's also advanced as well, being upgraded with the Dreadnought Power Claw. Trying to be a very punchy Dreadnought there.
The enemy is claiming a victory point.
Coastal Stormtroopers getting some good hits there onto the Scout Squad. They do back away to light cover, and Plasma Shot does take out one model there as well as the light cover. Assault Marines may jump on in. They do jump on in, forcing back the Coastal Stormtrooper before they can capture that point. Over here, the Rhinos make his advance. Severely wounded. The last cannon's on the region is far away from energy to get out from Melta Bomb and distance. Missile launchers make an advance. The Paladins do receive some fire, and the missile is hitting the wrong target. And last cannon does find a hit there onto the Razorback Rhino. Apothecary does heal himself right there. Does see some various side abilities as the Assault Marines are engaging. Last cannon gains good hits there onto the Dreadnought. He's currently marked target and does get forced back from by the sniper. Let's do a full retreat there.
Exercise are in combat, brother. My faith is my shield. My fury is my sword.
And the Paladins do teleport forward, trying to engage these scouts that are not upgraded, so you can go around for Captain Squad. The other Scout Squad has gone down, and they were partially upgraded as well. They had the Sergeant, not necessarily anything else.
Brothers, return fire.
Another side boulder has been cast in there. Assault Marines try to jump on them, but they do largely dodge it. And the Strike Squad is receiving quite a bit of fire there. So is the last cannon. Last cannon's down to one last model, but they're currently inside garrison and being fighting against melees. The Strike Squad fully goes down right there. Nope. Never mind. I saw the one leader went down there with another model. Oh, not sure what ability that is. Currently that force is falling back. Tactical Marines are engaging right there. And we've got the Assault Marines now being forced them back. Paladins haven't upgraded the must be the whole ground ability. We do have a regular Space Marine Dreadnought to go out on the field to get some good damage in. And he's getting some good damage there onto the squads. Summery do jump on in. They are going to throw a melted bomb onto the Great Knight Dreadnought. And the Paladin here will potentially go down. Nope, he doesn't manage to teleport away in time. Dreadnoughts are going to be engaging each other, but it looks like the Dreadnoughts are relatively even-footed. Plasma guns are pitching on some shots there. Last cannon facing does find a good angle there now. And it looks like she's going to go ahead and stall out for more last cannon shots onto that Great Knight Dreadnought. The Great Knight Dreadnought does go down.
Strategic point ahead.
Some of these forces are being reinforced as well. Getting some more leaders returned. And now the Apothecary is receiving quite a fire there. The Apothecary needs to start healing himself. Does get a nice knockback heal. Dreadnought has not been repaired up. He does have the scout. No, he got a fresh scout squad. He lost his other scout. The Apothecary does go down. Didn't heal himself properly in time. Getting some good damage there onto the Dreadnought. And the Apothecary does get respawned there. The Apothecary is pretty low on tickets, 71 tickets versus 47, but it is counting down for the Grey Knight player. And the Brother Captain's making his advance, still only the single upgrade there. Getting some much needed repairs on the Dreadnought. And it looks like the sniper has loaded up armor piercing rounds in order to gauge the Dreadnought. Try squad start making advance. We do have a jump on top of that squad. And it looks like the stretch squad does fall back. So that's all the models. The Assault Marines jump forward, but does miss the Stormtroopers. The Grey Knight Dreadnought, or the regular Dreadnoughts, we're seeing quite a bit of fire. They're trying to get repaired up with the scouts. Does go down there. And now the Assault Marines are trying to engage those Paladins. They are, of course, armed with anti-vehicle weapons. Scouts with shotguns make advance, trying to hunt down that sniper. Paladin squad is still very much alive. And the 16 forces will get suppressed. He may lose that scout squad, will lose that scout squad entirely. Paladin and Brother Captain are both engaging. And the submarines are losing this fight. Tactical Marine squad will fall back.
The enemy is capturing one of our victory points.
Ready to serve, brother. The spirit is sharpened.
Our right side stretch squad is capturing up the VP, so is VP, so doesn't look good for the Apothecary. The Brother Captain does have only 30 tickets remaining, but soon this will be a triple capture against the Apothecary. And Echo will rapidly count down against him. Looks like the Vindicator Assassin does back off, does get the kill there onto the Sergeant. Getting some good hits there onto the Tactical Marine squad. Tactical Marine squad will need to fall back. We'll get easily overwhelmed by this force.
The tide of battle turns toward the righteous. For the chapter.
And right now he's counting rapidly tickets down against him. And Laskin Devastator is completely worthless in these engagements. He does deploy out a Voldemort Razorback, which will be good, but at this point in time, triple capture against him, that's the end of the game.
We have failed.
And that's the end of the replay. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.